So when I started seeing a bit of success on this channel and like viewers coming and subscribers staying along and stuff, and things were going great, I knew that one day I would definitely be making this video. I knew that I had to, and I knew that I really wanted to, because I can potentially help a lot of people with this, and I really hope that this is what the main focus of this video is, and just to tell my story and get it out there to a pretty big audience and a big platform like this. So let's get right into this, because you already know what I'm talking about by the title of this video. My name's Brandon. Hello, if you haven't seen any of my videos before. I'm Brandon. Hi, and I am a cancer survivor. I'm only 23 years old, and let's get right into it. So I'm gonna tell my own personal story, like my whole journey through the whole thing, and then I have a message for you guys. So stick around, because like I said, I hope to help a lot of people with this, and I hope that what I'm gonna say sticks in your mind. So if you'd like to stick around, please sit back and let's get started. So I was 20 years old. I was out working like a landscaping job, doing my thing, whatever, full-time work, and just I didn't really know what I wanted to fully do in life yet or whatever. I just knew that I was doing something making money, so whatever. And this is how it happened. So I was in the shower one day and I noticed a very small lump on a private area of my body, and I was like, okay, that's not right. That's kind of scary. And I thought of a whole bunch of things. And usually, people always like wait, and they'll find something, or they think that something might be wrong with them, and instead of going right away and stuff, they like wait, and they just hope that I'll put it out of my mind and it'll just go away. And usually I did that kind of thing with other things, but this time was different, and I knew like, hey, I should get it checked. I should go in right away, and pretty quickly I did. And unfortunately, I went to the doctor, and then I had to go have an ultrasound, and I went to a urologist, and he told me that I had testicular cancer, and I was 20 years old at that point. So that was that was something. Obviously, that was something. I had testicular cancer, and he told me, okay, we have to have a surgery to get it removed. And full disclosure, it was my right testicle. So a little while later, I had the surgery to get it removed, hoping that that was it and it was fine. And because some people get it really early, they find it really early with this type of cancer, they find it really early and they get that removed and they just go on and nothing else needs to be done. Like Phil Kessel, a very famous hockey star, he used to play for the Toronto Maple Leafs, my favorite team. That's what happened to him. He's actually a testicular cancer survivor, as I am, and he did the removal process, and that was it. Well, for me, unfortunately, that was not it. I went back for tests, they did blood work and all that stuff, and it was showing that there was there was tumor markers, there was still showing signs of cancer in my blood somewhere. So they're like, okay, that is not good, obviously. So they told me it was around Halloween time, actually, at this point. Yeah, Halloween of 2013. Guess what? You have to do chemotherapy. And I'm not gonna lie, I stayed positive through the whole thing and everything, but that was hell. I lost all my hair. There was so much going on. I mean, really, chemotherapy saves people's lives, but it's a really tough process when you're doing it. You're basically poisoned, and a lot of weird stuff happens. And like I said, you lose all your hair. I lost my eyebrows and everything. Like I had no hair on my body. So yeah, from Halloween time until January, I would spend 3 to 4 days in the hospital, having chemo hooked up to me 24/7, spending those 3 to 4 days in the hospital, going home, recovering from it, because it really, like I said, it takes a lot out of you. I couldn't really even, they told me, like, your immune system is so low during this time. They tell you, like, try and stay away from crowds, from people and everything. Just try and, like, be a hermit, you know what I mean? Like, stay in your house as much as you can. And so I was kind of like in the hospital and stuck in my house for 3 weeks, not being able to really do anything. And then back in the hospital, 4 different times. And actually the very last day of my last chemo treatment was on my birthday, January 12th. So in a way, it was a bittersweet birthday. but in a way it was cool because the chemo was finally done. All that, that awfulness of the chemo was finally done. And throughout this whole time, they take your blood work and everything, and they were showing that all the tumor markers in my blood that shows that there's still cancer in your body somewhere was going down gradually, like a lot, and things were good, and that was that. So after chemo and all that stuff, they gave me time to recover and just, said to stay low and start getting stronger again and everything. And I came back, I think it was March or so. They took more blood work to see how I'm doing and everything, to see if that cured everything and I'm good to go. And they did CT scans. Throughout this whole time, you do these things called CT scans where basically they put you in this machine and they like x-ray your whole body and stuff, and they can see what's going on inside and see if there's growths or see what's going on, that kind of thing. I was doing those two. I did one, and it still showed, like, the markers were showing that my blood was fine and everything, but unfortunately it was showing there was in my lymph nodes. Your body, if you don't know any of this stuff, everyone's body has a bunch of lymph nodes everywhere, and it showed that some of these lymph nodes in my abdomen region, I guess you could say, they were growing a bit. Based on the CT scans from before, they could show that it was growing. So that wasn't good. And what happened then was, this happens in a lot of people who go into chemo for testicular cancer and all that stuff, is you develop something called teratoma after that. Now what teratoma is, it's like a growth on the lymph nodes, and at that time it's not technically cancer, but obviously it's not good because it's growing inside your body places that shouldn't be, and it can just cause many complications way down the line because they're growing very slowly, and also, like, if you leave it in there, it can turn back into a very aggressive form of cancer that can honestly easily kill you, just like that. So then they told me, this was, like I said, in March of 2014, I believe, that I had to have something called an RPLND, which is a retroperitoneal lymph node dissection surgery, and that is a huge surgery. Like, someday I'll show you the scar. I don't want to right now, but I have a scar from right here down, like, past my waist, and, like, they literally cut me in half. Like, this was a major surgery. It took like 4 hours or so. I had the surgery finally in, I think it was June, the end of June, I think, of 2014, and they successfully removed all the lymph nodes and everything, but that surgery was intense, to say the least, and I was in the hospital for a good week after that. I had, staples. I was literally cut in half. Like I said, I had staples throughout, and I could, like, moving sucked. It hurt so much. I was on lots of medication and everything, in the hospital for a week, and then I was literally stuck in bed again. Like, I was able to go home finally after that week, which was nice. And I was stuck in bed for about a good 6 weeks. Other people had to do basically everything for me. The only time I really was able to get up was to go to the washroom, and then, like, I'd have to try and have a shower, which took a lot because everything hurt. It hurt to move, literally. But that is my whole cancer story. After the 6 weeks, I went back to my urologist, Dr. Power. He was the one who did both the surgeries and everything like that. And he told me the great news that I am cancer-free. Now, here in Canada, what happens after that is, for the first 2 years after they tell you you're cancer-free, you go, like, every 3 months just to make sure, like, the first 2 years is because cancer can always reoccur. Like, there's always there's a better chance of it occurring once you've already had it and beat it than if you've never had it at all, if that makes any sense. Especially within the first 2 years. Most people, if it does reoccur and you have to go in for more treatment or whatever, it occurs in the first 2 years. So every 3 months or so for the past 2 years, I've been going in, doing like a CT scan and a blood check and everything, and it's scary going back in. It's like you're kind of done with all that, but every time, like, you go in, it's like you're basically taking it off the shelf and remembering, like, I've been through all this, and I'm a cancer survivor, basically. I've been through all this, and they make sure you're all good. Luckily, I've been good since then. My treatment's all done and everything, and now, since it's been about 2 years and stuff, I only have to go in once every year now to get checked to make sure everything's okay. So that is my testicular cancer story. I am a cancer survivor. In a way, it felt really, really good to open up to you guys and tell you that, go through it. It was kind of a cathartic thing these past few minutes, like telling my whole story again. And yeah, throughout this whole thing, originally when I got it, when I was originally told you have cancer, which is like the scariest thing in the friggin' world, you know, it literally means there's something inside your body that is literally slowly killing you if you don't get something wrong with it, or if you don't get something done about it, okay? There's literally something growing inside of you that is killing you, and that is the scariest thing in the world. When I was originally told, I had like a very, very small YouTube channel way back then that I just put like funny, stupid, really, I don't know, I thought they were funny at the time videos. Most of them weren't, and I've actually taken all of them down. Well, most of them down. But anyways, that's not the point. The point is, I decided to put my whole journey, document my whole journey. I don't know what, like, something told me. As soon as he told me, I'm like, okay, I have to make a video about this right away. Because I knew this could help people, right? Like, coming out on YouTube and telling people what's going on could help other people. So that is what I did. And through that, I got messages, even though I was this channel is still up. Most of the videos are down. The cancer videos are still up, like the testicular cancer vlog series, I guess you could call it. That is still up. And throughout that whole time, I would get messages once in a while from people that were just diagnosed or whatever, and probably checking it out on the internet. And you know, they'd ask me questions and stuff, and I was able to help a lot of people, like, well, whoever messaged me. And that was on a very small scale. So I knew with this channel, when I got a little bit bigger and I have a bigger audience now, that I can help more people. And that's what I want to do. So number one is, if you or anyone you know are going through something like this, seriously, I would love to help you. Write me. I'll have an email just for this whole cancer thing down below in the description. I'll have an email where you can write to me if you've been recently diagnosed or know someone who's going through it or whatever, and I can try and help you any way I can, like by talking to you. You can ask me questions or whatever. So that will be down below. And number two, this is the main, like, this is why I wanted to tell this to open up to you guys about this and let you know my story. It's because I have three simple words, okay, that you should remember and drill this into your brain and just keep it in mind, okay? The three words are get it checked. Alright, so basically what that means is, take me for example, okay? I found something wrong with me, like I just told you guys. I found that there was a lump, and I was like, okay, that doesn't seem right at all. And easily, like many people do when they find something wrong with them, is they just kind of, they think about it, but they try and just push it out of their mind. A lot of people are like, I'm not gonna, you know, they might be too embarrassed to get it checked, or whatever reason, they just don't want to deal with it, and they're scared about it to really know what's going on, and they think by just putting it out of their mind and forgetting about it that it'll go away. That is not the case. If I did that, like I said, who knows, I'd probably be dead right now if nothing happened. There's stories of testicular cancer patients that I've read that they found something and they never got it checked until it was too late. It like grew so much, and once cancer grows at a certain part of your body, it keeps spreading and takes over. It can take over your lungs and your brain and stuff, and kill you, obviously. So I've read stories about people guys, especially with this kind of thing, because it's, you know, it's kind of an embarrassing thing to some people. They don't go and get it checked until it's too late and it's spread too much, and there's nothing you know, it's like stage 4 or something cancer, and there's nothing you can do. So that's why I'm making this video. If you think there's something wrong with you at all, like, this could be a wake-up call that so many people need. Who knows? Like, spread this video with people. Just tell, or not even spread, like, just tell them these 3 words, get it checked, and tell it to yourself too, okay? Seriously, I know I'm kind of ranting now, but if there's anything wrong with your body at all, or you think there's something wrong with you at all, it could be anything. Chances are it's probably nothing. It could be something. The quicker you get something done about it, the better. And another thing I always said, like, don't be embarrassed. Doctor, like, if it's something that you think could be embarrassing or whatever, doctors have literally seen everything. And they're doctors, right? It's all confidential, and they've been through medical school. They've seen a lot of patients. They've seen literally everything. So don't be embarrassed to go get it checked out by doctors, because obviously they know what they're doing. And, you know, so yeah, guys, me sharing my story on this platform should show you guys. And it was, you know, testicular cancer. It's like a, you know, a private spot on your body. Some people, like I said, could be embarrassed to go get something, especially like this, checked out by doctors and stuff. And I just want to show you, me coming out and saying all this stuff, you can too. You can tell someone, if you think there's something wrong, tell someone who's really close to you, go see a doctor right away, get it checked out, and if it is something bad, like, the quicker the better, like I said. So yeah, if you have any questions about anything, if you've been recently diagnosed with something or whatever, I know I'm not a professional or anything, but I guess I'm someone to relate to, kind of thing. So this email is strictly for those purposes. If you want to write me, or if you know someone who's been going through something like I have, and especially at a young age, like, cancer's scary no matter what age you are, but especially when you're young. It's crazy. It's scary. So I have that email. That's why I'm making this video. It's nice to open up to you guys, like I said, tell my story, get it out there. If you have any questions or anything, let me know in the comments, and write to me at that email. And also remember, get it checked. Seriously, get it checked. I'll probably talk about this more in the future, answer some questions in a future video and stuff. And there's a video I made years ago that a couple years ago, that I think is really important. It's like a quick 2-minute video. It really reiterates the whole get it checked thing. So I'm gonna put that out down the line in the future. But thank you guys so much for listening to me, if you're still here. And that's about it, guys. I'm a cancer survivor. So far, everything's good. It's still scary. You live with it every single day, but you're also thankful you're still here. And it really does show you, especially at a young age, getting it like I did, that life is short. And you know, like, follow your dreams, do what you want. You only get one shot, and don't leave any opportunity untaken, or you know what I mean. So thank you guys. If any YouTubers want to talk about this or whatever, feel free to hit me up, or just talk about it in a video, because get it checked. It's a very important message, and it could be the wake-up call someone needs. So that's it. Our regular scheduled programming, talking about YouTube and all that stuff, will go on soon. Probably tomorrow we'll get back into it. If there's some stuff going on that I want to talk about, you guys are amazing. And that's about it. It's a long-winded video, but please get it checked. Thanks, guys, and as always, help me think of an outro.